Hello everyone, Shroomraver here, and today I'm bringing you my team building analysis video for week number 5 of Division 2 Season 4 of the Pokemon Premier League. Yes indeed. Now, today, this week, we are going to be facing off against a very good friend of the channel, AmazingChi and Newcrustle United. His links down in the description below, make sure you go and check them out. I'm going to literally try and keep these team building videos to as little time as possible now, because they take too much time, even if I'm keeping them to like 10 minutes. So, Newcrustle United, the squad: Skarmory, Kyurem Black, Florges, Delmise, Crocodile, Electros, Tentacruel, Excelgor, Delphox, Ambipom, and Boldor. So, some very threatening stuff. That Fairy Dragon Steel Core of Skarm, Kyurem Black, and Florges is disgusting. His Z move users are Electros and Delphox, and his Super Z user is the Crocodile. Now, aside from sort of one or two things here, I feel fairly good about the matchup. Like, the Kyurem Black is spooky as hell. I don't have switch-ins for it, like, basically at all. So we're going to have to get a little bit gimmicky to get around it. So, on my team, first up is going to be Salazzle, Oxide the Salazzle, with the Life Orb, Nasty Plot, Fire Blast, Sludge Wave, and Toxic. Near max speed on there, Timid Nature, max special attack. Salazzle has a phenomenal matchup, actually, versus Chi. As I say, that Fairy Dragon Steel Core, Salazzle kind of demolishes with its dual stab. Toxic, I put Toxic on there sort of just for the Tentacruel. I ummed and ahed about Hidden Power Ground, but realistically I need a fair amount of damage on it already and to be at +2 before I can really damage it with Hidden Power Ground. And by that time it's taken me out. And you know, Salazzle is a potential win con here. It can really hurt a lot of his team. Say, other than the Tentacruel, maybe the Boldor if he wants to bring that. Then we have Ibra the Zapdos is next up. This is a pretty nasty set. Leftovers: T-Bolt, Toxic, Roost, and Sub. We've got max HP, near max speed on there. That's going to be outpacing the Kyurem Black, I believe. If not the Kyurem Black, then the Crocodile. Yeah, Toxic Saw Zapdos takes on a lot of Chi's team, if we're being honest. Especially, you know, if I can get Toxics spread around also through Salazzle, it'd be nice for that. But yeah, you know, Toxic Saw Zapdos does very well against his team. Depending on the spreads of various things like the Electros, the Delmise, maybe the Delphox and the Tentacruel, the Excelgor, whatever. Excelgor's a little different because it goes through subs, but depending on their spreads, they might not be able to break my Zapdos' sub. So, yeah, I'm thinking that this could be really rather nice and annoying quite a lot. Third up, we have Spaceman the Mamoswine, and this is something I need to try and check that Kyurem Black. This is a thick, fat, light clay Mamoswine, Reflect, Light Screen, Icicle Crash, and Stealth Rock. This is very specially defensive, with enough HP to outpace a modest and invested Electros. Yeah, dual screens Mamoswine, who heckin' knew? Not me, that's for sure, until looking into it. Mamoswine gets dual screens, but Galvantula only gets one, Vaporeon only gets one. Game Freak, sort out who gets what screens. If you get one screen, you should get them both. And Mamoswine probably shouldn't get either of them, but here we are. Yeah, set up screens, it's got, you know, the special defense investment to live any given one special hit from Kyurem Black, and I'll be expecting Mix, to be fair. Yeah, set up the screens, get up the rocks. Icicle Crash is the best move to hit most things neutrally, other than like the Delphox, who isn't particularly bulky, and the Tentacruel, who is a problem. But yeah, I hope to have other ways of dealing with that. Mamoswine is there to really support the team this time. Haven't been able to use it offensively too much this season, but you never know what's going to happen in the future. This time, it's a very specialised set. Fourth up, we have Barret the Terrakion making a return with Choice Scarf this time. Close Combat, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Iron Head. We've got a little bit of HP investment. Again, that speed is just there to outpace his next fastest, which I believe is the Delphox at base 104. Yeah, this is your common or garden Choice Scarf Terrakion. It does what it does. Next up, Blue Mountain the Mandibuzz. This is a physically defensive leftovers set. Defog, U-Turn, Roost, and Taunt with the Overcoat. Once again, we've got everything into physical defense and HP, other than that level 20 left over. Same thing as the Mamoswine, they're both base 80. They both want to try and outpace Electros if at all possible. So yeah, this is again another supporting mon. I have gone very defensive with this team. and a lot of it is to check very certain threats. I'm trusting in my 2 offensive mons to be able to clean up and do most of the damage, and Zapdos to stall things out. But Mandibuzz is here. It very much checks, if not counters, the most forms of Crocodile. I need to watch out for that Continental Crush that it might have. It can try and deal with Delmise. It should be able to take like a Rock Slide from that thing, which I believe it gets. Yeah, this is basically just a very supportive Mandibuzz, as you'd expect. Final team member is going to be Neville the Vaporeon with the Wackenberry. This is full Fizz Death with Scald, Wish Protect and Roar. Again, this is some kind of contingency for that Kyurem Black, and indeed it'll take 1 hit on the super effective side, excuse me, from the Electros with those Thunderbolts or Volt Switches or Wild Charges, whatever's going on. Try and get burns off here and there. Keep the team healthy as much as possible with Wish and Protect. I've got a Roar on there in case something starts to get out of control. Like, again, Vaporeon, the problem with it is, for such a small move pool, it's got massive 4 move slot syndrome. Like, I'd like to have Toxic, or indeed I was recommended Yawn at some point, but there's just not the room, and it'd be nice to sort of roar things out if there's anything getting a little bit out of control. Carmine Florges, I could well see him bringing that, something like that. I don't know what else he'd bring to set up. Crocodile can get set up with, like, I think it possibly gets Swords Dance, it definitely gets Bulk Up, and potentially Hone Claws. I mean, Electros can set up with Coils, Delphox if needs be. You know, there's a whole host of things he could bring that could set up, and I wouldn't put it past him to bring something weird, like Skarmory. I don't know. I don't think he'll bring Skarmory in that role. But, yeah, that's my team, and speaking of things I think he'll be bringing, I don't think there's going to be too many surprises here. It's going to be picked out of his top 7. Basically, the things I don't see coming are Excelgor, Delphox, Ambipom, Boldor. I don't think they serve him too much purpose. Boldor would be nice to counteract my Salazzle, which he'll know can take on most of his team, but realistically, Tentacruel is going to do that better anyway, so he might as well bring that. I'd think out of that top 7, it's probably going to be the Electros or the Delmise that I don't see, like Skarmory, Kyurem Black and Florges. I would put small amounts of money on him bringing those. Delmise looks fairly good. Crocodile, absolutely. You know, it's well known by now that my ground weakness is fairly pronounced. Electros, yeah, I like the look of it. For him, Tentacruel almost certainly. It's going to be one of those 7. If I had to plump between Delmise and Electros, ooh, I'd probably go Delmise. So I think he'd probably leave Electros at home, bring those top 5 and Tentacruel. So yeah, that's going to be it from this team builder. We're just hitting 8 minutes, so we're getting quicker and quicker, so that's very nice. But that's going to be it from me. Remember to check out AmazingChi. You'll know him if you've been around this channel long enough. We have the Deltalocke going, and I believe in about 3 years we're probably scheduled for the next episode. But yeah, he's a very good friend of the channel, very good friend of mine. Make sure you check out his links in the description. And look out for the battle, that'll be going up tomorrow. But that is going to be it from me, so my final thank you to you all for watching, and I guess with that, I will see you next time. Laters.